Welcome to the very first episode of Rolling Britain, your go-to show for everything leisure vehicles. Whether or not you're a weekend camper, full-time van lifer, or just dreaming about hitting the road, this is the show for you.
That's right. We'll be bringing you the latest from the world of caravans, motorhomes, and campervans. From vehicle reviews to industry updates, we've got it all.
We're not just about the news, we want to hear from you guys as well. We want to find out about your cool van hacks, what you've been up to, crazy stories, anything that's going on you think we should talk about, and even just showing off your campervan, motorhome, or caravan. So get in touch with us, drop us a picture, tag us on Instagram, and we might feature you.
Well, coming up, today's big question, are motorhome sales up or down in 2025? Well, the numbers are in, and you might be surprised.
Plus, we take a look at the very first look at the Bailey Adamo.
And if you're planning your next road trip, stay tuned, because we'll be going through the biggest caravan and motorhome shows in the UK.
Before we just dive into this one, our very first episode has been kindly sponsored by caravansforsale.co.uk, who are the official partner of the Caravan and Motorhome Club. So whether or not you're looking to sell your caravan, campervan, motorhome, or even static home, they're the guys for you. They've kindly given us 30% off on this first episode, so discount code will be in the link below.
Yep, that's right. So just head over to caravansforsale.co.uk, use promo code ROLLING1 at checkout, and get your vehicle sold.
So grab a coffee or a tea, settle in, and we'll get rolling.
All right, let's dive into what's been happening in the industry lately. So there's been a lot going on. There's been growing sales, investments into campsites, and a few challenges that might shake things up a bit.
Yeah, first up, I just want to talk about the Caravan and Motorhome show that was at the NEC. There was a lot on at that show. It was a bit of a different show than normal, but a lot of the exhibitors have already said that they were 20% up just from that show alone. So that's really strong for an industry at the moment where it seems to be doom and gloom.
Yeah, it's brilliant to hear, really. With the economy, how it's been the last couple of years, it's quite surprising to hear that sales are so far up, but that's great to know people are still ready to get back on the road.
Yeah, one of the big things I noticed this year, in comparison to other years, is really lightweight, compact caravans really starting to take forefront as well at the moment. But also starting to see that eco really is sort of leading the way now. You wouldn't have probably looked at that sort of like 5 years ago, but lightweight, eco, electric really seems to be hammering home. So yeah, it's a different direction, but there's only going to be more of it. So
yeah, exactly. And we've got to talk about the Bailey Endeavour range. It was a hit at the show, really cool layouts, very modern interiors, and I think that it's one of the highlights of the show, really.
Yeah, Bailey smashed it at this year's show, so we're going to take a look at that in one of our featured vehicle sections in a second, so stick around for that.
Something that's really stood out this past year is how many people are turning to caravan and motorhoming as a proper escape from the stress of everyday lives. There was actually a report from South Leisure that said that the industry is looking to grow in 2025.
Yeah, it's not really that surprising considering like everything's going up. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, council tax, phone bills, food bills, everything's gone up. So kind of gives me like a bit of an echo, a little bit back to when sort of like COVID times, and I appreciate people couldn't travel as much then, but actually it really does feel like we're having that little bit of resurgency again because, you know, the pennies are being pinched in a lot of places. So, you know, it gives you the chance of like nothing to pay for flights, nothing to pay for hotels. You can do what you want. And also, it's like, I think we've spoken about it. It's like people are happy to work on the move now. Like, it's become more acceptable. So I really do think that we're going to see more and more people getting away this year more than ever.
Yeah, exactly. Those people are now working remotely, and some of them just taking their laptop, putting it in the van, and off they go. Why wouldn't you? Not even full-time necessarily. They could just do a month or so at a time. Jobs are much more open to that than they were just 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, no, that is something I've seen quite a lot of, especially on social media, like things like hashtags like van life or motorhome living, less so on the touring side. I don't entirely sure I want to bring a touring caravan with me and work. I think that'd be a bit too much hassle. But they've really exploded, these hashtags, and it's great to watch them because you see there's a lot of people like living out their dreams, essentially, doing it. So we're going to bring you quite a few inspiring stories or things that really sort of like resonated with us over the course of the shows. But if you've got any of those, hashtag Rolling Britain, tag us in something, send us a message. We'd love to feature you on the show. So keep your stories coming in as well.
Right, let's talk about campsites for a minute, because the Caravan and Motorhome Club has announced they're putting loads of investments into some of their sites.
Cool. I mean, that's right. I mean, they're focused on upgrading pitches, improved facilities, and even adding more electric hookups, which is, you know, kind of goes back to the fact that we've been talking about electricity and eco-friendliness taking shape, and they're really behind it there. But members also been asking for better shower blocks, better toilet facilities, and those upgrades are finally happening. To be honest, they're some of the key ones that really need to happen at some places, because otherwise it can be a bit grim.
Well, that's brilliant to hear, because let's be honest, site facilities can make or break your trip. There's nothing worse than having a drizzle of cold water when you want a nice hot shower.
Yeah, I've got some stories about horrible times that I've had when I've been away, and some of them have scarred me. But don't even get me started about some of the long drop toilets in some of these places. Some of the places they are quite rough. Not in the Caravan and Motorhome Club necessarily, but just some campsites can struggle a little bit with their cleanliness. So a proper investment in facilities always goes a long way for bringing people back.
As this is our first episode, we don't have any community submissions yet. However, we've been scouring the web to find you inspiring stories from fellow leisure vehicle enthusiasts.
Absolutely. I said at the start of the show, we want you guys sharing your stories as well here. So it's really important that you guys tag us in anything you want, share what you want. We'll feature it on the show. You may even win a prize. Maybe. Well, you definitely might win a prize. We've got some competitions coming up. So, cool. Tag us in what you've got. Share your stories if you think there's anything that we've missed, and we'll get them on the show. So, first up, we're going to talk about the Rodrick family, who are on a bit of an adventure. So, they have 5 of them in a camper van, which I think is nuts. And they've included a full queen size bed, shower, and individual spaces for their 3 children. And they've really hit the road there. That's pretty rare for a family to want to start doing that. But what starts off as a temporary adventure has now become their way of living. And I think that's actually quite cool. But it also would fill me with dread, having a small son. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, sounds very cool. But also 3 kids in a camper van or motorhome. Not sure.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, true.
But they say that this is not just about travel. This lifestyle has saved them so much money on rent, and they say that living together in such a small space has really brought them together as a family.
Yeah, it's quite the mindset shift. I think my wife would kill me if I ever suggested that. And if she suggested it, I would pretend I didn't hear it. But yeah, they've managed to create a home that's compact, functional, and they're able to go on adventures all the time. So that is exciting, because life is all about adventure. So yeah, just imagine waking up every morning, different views, different things going on. So, and also they're lucky because they're based in Scotland. They've got the Scottish Highlands is one of their backdrop, or next day down at Cornish Beach. But I don't know why it's with kids in school. But anyway, that's not my fault.
I mean, that sounds amazing, to be honest. And it just shows you how the innovative designs of these new camper vans can actually make things like this work.
We're going to focus a little bit now on a DIY camper van transformation. We've got Sean, also known as the video blogger of Love Sundays. He's transformed a 2017 Ford Transit van into a fully functional home on wheels. Now, this is something I'd love to do. I don't have the time to obviously do it, like I said, but I'd love to do this. And we're talking full custom. He's put reversing camera in there, hidden compartment for a toilet, solar panels, beautifully designed interior. He's got the whole 9 yards on this one. And it's quite cool.
Yeah. My favourite part about this one is that he's done it all himself. It's proving that you don't need a massive budget to create an amazing camper conversion. And he's journeyed all across the UK with loads of freedom and flexibility. And it's all down to his hard work.
Yeah, he's done a lot of cool hacks and things that he's done on his channel as well. So we will put a link in the description to that one as well. But he's got some pretty cool stuff on there. He shares everything from budget-friendly DIY mods through to finding safe overnight parking spots. We will cover those things on the show as well. So don't go and stay with him.
That's true.
Unless he asks you.
It's just amazing how his creativity has turned a simple van into a home on wheels. It's pretty cool.
It is cool, and this one I love because I'd love to do this one. But we finally came across a story of Annalise, a Vanlifer who's been out on the road for a while now. She converted for transit van 3 years ago, and she's been travelling across Europe in it, and that looks like an adventure.
Yeah, and it's crazy. She's built a huge following over 500,000 YouTube subscribers. And she shares everything from hidden camping spots to the reality of life on the road, including the challenges of staying warm in winter and other challenges that crop up on the road.
Talking of that, give us a like and subscribe as well if you like what we're doing. We'd love to get to 500,000 YouTube subscribers on this one, so yeah, please do. But anyway, she's been super honest about it. Van life is hard. I think we've all had those moments when everything's just gone wrong. And yeah, she really goes through it. So dealing with extreme weather, we all know what it's like driving in really bad weather and just being like cooped up in the bad weather. But to the realities of just staying self-sufficient on the road. So she kind of goes through it all as well. And but she wouldn't trade for the world. To be honest, I don't think many people would. I mean, yeah, I don't think they would.
I mean, it sounds great, but her story really sheds light on that everything isn't this Instagram perfect #van life way that we want to believe it. And it's all about problem solving, adapting, and really embracing this new life on the road.
Yeah, I think that's sort of like where we want to hear your stories as well. Like, we know that there's funny things that happen, mishaps and all sorts. So again, whether or not you're a full-time family that are out and about touring, or whether or not you're just a solo traveller or a weekend warrior, just would love to hear from you. Get in touch, take pictures of your ride, your abode, and tag us in it, send it to us. Links in the description as well if you want to email us as well. But we'd love to see more about what you've done. So
yeah, especially if it's got like a unique modification, whether you've got an incredible travel story, an embarrassing travel story, we want to hear it all.
Cool. Yeah, I think the next big show that's coming up now, it's another exciting one, is Vanlifers United Festival, which is scheduled for June the 13th to 15th at Worthing Rugby Club, so not too far down the road in Angmering for us. Celebration of everything van life. Going to be live music. It's going to be a bit of a party festival, but lots of display vehicles there and influencers on stage talking. So yeah, we'll put a little link in the description to that one as well.
Now, as much as there's good stuff happening in the industry, there's also some bad stuff. So, for example, an East Yorkshire caravan company has entered administration with approximately 180 jobs lost. It's not great, but material costs are rising. Supply chain issues have made it very hard on some of these manufacturers.
Yeah, that seems to be like sort of wider trend across the industry. I hear about it quite a lot, that there are a lot of dealerships that are just going into administration or they're not making profit. But costs have gone up by about 15% over the course of the last couple of years as well. Meaning that, prices are going to have to rise and companies are going to struggle to make profits as well. We did see that massive boom in COVID. So that has affected people.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough one, really, because the demand is still there from some of these people. But if the prices keep going up, then they're just going to get pushed out of the market. We just have to keep an eye on it and see how it plays out over the next few months. Yeah,
I mean, that's one of the things starting to see. Used prices have still held quite firm. It's a tough time out there to be a company, but it's actually quite a good time to be a buyer because there are good deals out there as well at the moment. So and finally, we've got cautionary tale that all motorhomers and caravan owners need to be aware of. I mean, this one was an interesting one that came across my desk when I saw it on the news. I was quite surprised about this, about stowaway on a bike rack when a couple came back from France. They had a stowaway in their bike rack. Yeah.
That's quite terrifying. I imagine they reported it right away.
Yeah, they did. They've also got a £1,500 fine. I know that has now been dropped, but equally at the same time, it does make you sort of like now question, should I be checking my motorhome or caravan before a stowaway appears in the back?
Yeah, that £1,500 fine is pretty harsh, but considering they reported it straight away. But it does highlight, the importance of checking your vehicle before you go anywhere, especially cross country.
Yeah, exactly, Lindsay. So remember, check your vehicle. We're going to move on now to the featured segment, this part of the show where we're going to start to look at hot tech within the industry, whether or not it's anything for caravans, motorhomes or campervans, but also we're going to start looking at some of the cool models or anything that we think is tickling our fancy that's coming out right now. So let's shift gears. Let's have a look and see what's in the spotlight today.
Yeah. Absolutely. So today we're going to be exploring the all-new 2025 Bailey Adamo range. So these vehicles are said to be redefining practicality, style and comfort on the road.
I really love these ones because they're so flexible in their layouts as well, and they're really like tech heavy. So I think that they're perfect for any newcomers or any seasoned vets. This is the one for me. I'd like to go in that this year.
Yeah, they're really nice looking vans. But also what you were talking about earlier about sustainability, they've also been built with sustainability in mind. So whilst looking great, they're also not that bad for the environment.
Oh, that's cool as well. Yorkshire Caravans, they've got the whole range in there on their website as well at the moment, but we'll put a link in there anyway to the Bailey site so you can have a look. But check out Yorkshire Caravan and Motorhomes as well, but they've got the 2 and the 2 and the 4 berth there as well. So whether or not you're a seasoned traveller or getting into it, I genuinely think this is probably the one for you. So it blends innovation, comfort, tech. It's got everything. I mean, if this is going to be your first purchase, this is really the one for me where I'd be like, I want that one. So yeah.
So, looking ahead into our next episode, we're going to be looking at the best motorhomes on a budget, under 50k, to help you find the perfect vehicle without breaking the bank too much.
We're going to be flying through some of the top tech that's come out, so whether or not you are on the road and looking for G, or whether or not you're even considering upgrading, selling, or trading in your vehicle, we're going to have a chat with the guys from Caravans for Sale and see what's going on in the market. Is it the right time to buy? Is it the right time to sell? And where are the good deals at?
Perfect. Well, be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll be posting exclusive behind-the-scenes content and maybe even a few bloopers from today's recording.
Don't forget to like and share. Please send in your content. We love to build this community with you. Thank you again.
Thank you.